একসাথে। আর আমার আপনাদেরকে অনেক কিছু বলার আছে, অ্যাটলিস্ট গত 40 বছর। Life is an amalgamation of issues. But before we move into issues, I would like to thank Mr. Hassanul Zaman Hassan for inviting me. He's a total stranger to me, but because of the Democratic Party, because of our affinity, we came together. I welcome you all. There's so many things to talk about. And as I say, life is an amalgamation of so many issues, but I will narrow down to only 2 things today. One is our future generation, our children, our youngsters. I'll come over here inshallah again after the election, and inshallah we'll be winning. That's for sure. Madam Hillary Clinton, at least from Georgia, she'll get 75% of the vote. I'm Dr. Rashid Malik, take my word, 75%, and I'll come to visit. We are talking about our children, the focus, and then our women. Let me start from our women. I'm going to make it very short. The way the situation, not only in America today, but all over the world, our mothers, our wives, our sisters, our daughters, all the women, they are deprived of their basic human identity. Basic human identity. We men, throughout the history of humankind, we have put the woman down in the gutter. And the proof is that if you're a rich, famous person, you can violate the rights of the woman, be a criminal, admitting your crime in a work environment. It is not a locker room talk. He was in a bus, and he's walking free and running for the highest position, I would dare to say, in the world. He said the name, I don't want to mention his name, because he doesn't belong to the civilized society. And unfortunately, people are supporting. My first legislation will not come from me, will come from people like you, from the town hall meeting. I promise you, not a single interest group, not a single lobbyist will influence me or my decision-making process. It will be the town hall meeting. It will be the citizens who will be writing the policy, and we have lawyers who will put the lawyer jargons over there. I'm just a messenger. I promise you this much. We have to protect the rights of the woman. When our houses are in fire, we cannot afford to cook barbecue. If 50%, more than 50% of our women are deprived of their basic human right, their basic identity, they're not getting paid equally, there's something wrong with our society all over the world. By electing Madam Hillary Clinton, and I will dare to say, Madam President Hillary Clinton, it is for sure. There's no doubt about it. Come to me on November 8th and tell me, Dr. Malik, you were wrong. And I will prove that I was not wrong. Power of spoken word. Be positive. So say with me, Madam President Hillary Clinton, our next president. And she will be the example for rest of the world to see what women can do. Our paradise lies under the feet of our mother. Let's give some dignity to them. Don't make them some objects. Now coming back to our children, we are here, give or take, I would dare to say 15, 20 years. What after that? When we go to programs like this, for social development, for political development, economic development, we have to bring our children along with us. Somehow try to persuade them, somehow try to convince them, son, daughter, this is your future. Please come to the meeting, understand. It might be boring to you, but someday it will make sense to you. If 100 of us try, and usually in an effort there's 10% success, if we bring 10 of them, that's a success. So let's promise to each other that we'll focus on two things: to uphold the dignity of our mothers, our wives, our daughters, and all the women we can think about, and bring our children to be the future leaders. Because who is going to take care of our society? We have to be involved in society. You can be doctors, engineers, scientists, social scientists, psychologists, whatever you are. The society is there for us. If we turn our back to the society and we come back to it, perchance we'll have a decomposed society and some Trump is sitting on it. Please be careful. The hegemon, the dictators, they will visit over and over again. If you look at the movement of Mr. Trump and draw a parallel with Hitler, it will be almost identical. He's following him step by step. So be careful, don't take it for granted. Vote for Democratic Party, vote for Madam Hillary Clinton, vote for rest of the Democratic candidates, because we don't want our president to be hamstrung for the next 8 years like President Barack Hussein Obama was done to. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Inshallah, I promise you, my first visit out of Atlanta will be New York. I'll come to you back again, and at that time, I would like to have 4 hours exclusive time, because I'm used to giving lectures for 4 hours. Rhetorically speaking, but I like to have a freedom of time. So much to talk about, so much responsibility. You'll be the town hall meeting, my first town hall meeting. Why? Because you gave me the chance. Policy over here, over in Georgia, doesn't make that much difference, because we are all human. We have our needs. Maybe in Gwinnett County we have needs of water, It might not be issue over here, but some of the needs will overlap. So if I hear 10 issues from you, I can take it back. So thank you so much.